Armijo had to be fetched here, but on the sly. Elsewise, the folks, still boilin' mad over the killin's from the Injun War, would have tore him to pieces alive. So he sent a quiet invite, a letter without no fancy seal, handed off by a trusty hand. And when the governor showed up incognito, wrapped in a plain cloak, with his face hid under a dusty hat, the jawin' commenced. Don Aurelio jumped right in, like a man who likes countin' his money without dawdlin'. Excellency, peace with the Injuns could pay off handsome. Mighty handsome. Peace? With them savages? Armijo growled, but it weren't heartfelt. These savages, Don Esteban put in easy-like, might sign a treaty. And these two women know names, folks. Chiefs, the silver merchant added. They know the path to their hearts, Don Laureano chipped in. Armijo mellowed out. He was desperate for cash and a political rope to grab. The merchant then laid out the deal of a lifetime, a fat loan of 15,000 reales de plata, enough to fund a peace outfit and cover all the fixins. The interest was more than fair, 18% a year, fair enough to make Armijo bite and to pad Don Aurelio's pockets a mite thicker'n they already was. So the governor found himself staring at a piece of paper that read as followed.
Contrato de préstamo y obligación. En la villa de Santa Fe de Nuevo México, a los 15 días del mes de noviembre del año del Señor de 1840, ante mí, don Rafael de Arellano, escribano público y de gobierno en esta jurisdicción, comparecen por una parte.
Well now, there come a few lines about that there just
justa y moderada del 8%.
Interest, and the government's solemn promise to pay back the whole kit and caboodle.
Y en término de un año improrrogable.
Next off, naturally, was the guarantees. The tithe on all that trading and the taxes from the Chihuahua Trail. Why, them signatures looked a heap more weighty than the old paper they was scratched on. Course, not a blame thing in that contract had a lick of truth to it. The real sum was just 15,000 reals, but they gone and writ down 22,000 in them documents, and the interest rate twixt gentlemen was a whopping 18%, not that puny 8% they put on paper. But twixt fellers like Zamudio and Armijo, a word shook on was solider'n any wax seal you ever seen. Armijo took it, but with one hitch. Don Esteban, you got to sign that peace treaty for the government. Then he leaned in close and whispered in his ear, you make do with 8,000 reals and sign the peace with them Apaches. A fair deal, Don Esteban hollered out, with a smile so sly you could scarce spy it. Then Don Esteban hollered over Berrios to his side, you're coming with me. Me? You're taking me? The sergeant piped up, his voice sounding like a young'un who'd just got the shiniest toy in the world.